Okay, my friends, how the heck are you today? Aaron Michael Eschenberg here, Honest Aim, Honest Astrology, coming your way for Thursday the 28th of 2019, March 28th, 2019. We've got a lot going on today, man. I can't lie. We've got so much going on. So much has changed the past couple of days. I mean, where were we on Sunday? Where are we now on Thursday? Holy smokes, it doesn't even seem the same. You know, like, and even Tuesday. Tuesday was a serious day. Mega change, mega breakthroughs. I hope you're feeling it. I hope you're feeling inspired, because we got a lot going on today. The retrograde is over. The retrograde is over. Back, well, we're slowly going back, right? I mean, it's going to take a couple of days. Still, so Mercury's at 16 degrees right now. 16 degrees of Pisces. Neptune is at the later end of 16 degrees of Pisces. If that makes any sense. Very slow-moving planet. So, you know, Mercury's going to be hanging out there within a degree. It's only going to move 1 degree until April 4th, okay? So just letting you know, this planet usually moves about 2 degrees a day. 2 degrees a day when it's at its fastest, when it's whizzing by. 1 to 2 degrees, all right? So the fact that it's still going to be 16, 17 degrees all the way until April 4th, it's maddening. So it's not like, ooh, we're rushing out of this retrograde anytime soon. You know, this is it's static. It's kind of moving at the same pace as Earth right now. So the communication still kind of slows down, but the cool thing is that it's up there with Neptune. Neptune in Dreamy Pisces. Venus just entered Dreamy Pisces, right? Making an awesome aspect, a sextile, one of the most harmonious aspects in astrology to Uranus, okay? That's a mega big one. I'm going to do a whole other video here just on Venus in Pisces, as that's super deep is what's going on with our love, what's going on with the things that we desire. You know, it's been kind of a chaos cluster since last November. Okay, we'll talk about that in a whole other video that I'm going to put out, you know, maybe today, tomorrow, yesterday. We'll see. So the moon is in Capricorn. Moon's in Capricorn, and at the very end of the night, now this is kind of a two-dayer. You know, I mean, I'll do a daily tomorrow as well, but at the very end of the night, beginning of the morning, now again, Eastern Standard Time here in Detroit. So my LA friends, this is going to happen to you around 9, 10 o'clock tonight. You know, the moon is going to end up conjuncting, which is making a connection, same sign, same space in space, right? Same space in the heavens. So the moon is going to connect there with Saturn and then connect there a couple hours later with Pluto. So this is, you know, grounding, transformative, structured and disciplined. So it's like all of these things that are coming into our life, you know, we're finding this balance. We're finding a way to balance our emotions as we're dealing with this. Now, what's also very unique on this particular day is the North Node and South Node have moved to 22 degrees, all right? And they're in the higher 22 degrees. It's 22.58 space minutes, okay? So although there's 30 degrees in the sign, there's like 59 space minutes. So when it hits 60 space minutes, that's when it flips over to the next degree. So if it's 29.59 space minutes, the next degree would be 0000, right? Jargon. Anyway, so the point is 22 degrees, the North Node has moved to 22 degrees Pisces, or 22 degrees Cancer, okay? 22 degrees Cancer, which means the South Node is 22 degrees Capricorn. What's at 22.58 degrees exactly today is Pluto. Whoa, so this is the message for today, you know, letting go. Letting go. We've got Venus in Pisces, okay? This is going to transform our love, and especially towards the end. It's going to be there till April 20th. Toward the end, we're really, I mean, but it started, we should be, you know, ooey gooey emotional ball of like happy, jovial. Our views are expanding and changing, you know, the things that we want, love and desire, and our perspective on love. So with the moon, we'll get there in a second, with Saturn, specifically Pluto. I mean, Saturn's at like 19, almost 20 degrees, but Pluto's at 22.58. The South Node is at 22.58, North Node 22.58 Cancer, right? So the nodes move exactly together. So the South Node is where we've been, our past, our letting go of. The North Node is where we're going, the future, right? So the North Node's over there in Cancer, emotional, wanting to, you know, be intuitive. I've been talking about this. We'll be talking about that for the next year. year and change. Okay, the North Node in Cancer, bringing us to a place of emotional, intuitive, communicating with emotions. Not just running and hiding, it's just like, no, communicate. Not just shredding the world out, whatever. I'm going to go hide in my safe space. No. We're going to be present. We're going to bring these emotions up and out. Be present, right? So the South Node, though. South Node is in Capricorn. This is our, I'm a Capricorn. Lack of emotion. My sun is in Capricorn anyway, but my sun is actually connected to the South Node. Again, it was an eclipse. So when you're in the South Node, when anything's in the South Node, it's like, this is your past, this is who you were, So when we have Pluto making an exact lineup, and it's going to be there for days of this connection with the South Node, mega transformation in the things that govern us on our daily lives, right? Capricorn is about government, not only government and big business, but how we govern ourselves, personal, public image, 10th house kind of stuff. So it's like, oh my goodness, how have we been putting so much into how we look, into how we present things to the world, So there's some people that want to, they want to present you words on a plate and then give them to you in these magical, dazzling, sparkling words. Oh my, it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, just say it, man. Like, I can't even focus on the meaning of what you're saying, because it's like how you're saying these things is so dazzling. It's like, dude, just get to the point, How are we, expressing ourselves in our image? It's just like, this is an astrology channel, man. I'm just sitting here, talking with you guys. It's normal clothes, I'm not wearing a business suit and got a tie on, So it's just like, this is the business world, how we represent ourselves, our public image. This is Capricorn. This is 10th house. This is the meat of the day, of the next 2 days, really, over Thursday and even into Friday. Mega into Friday. This energy's not going anywhere, but we'll save some of that for Friday. So it's just like, how are we trying to, dress to impress, but are we like going above and beyond the situation? It's just like, you never talk up to people, you never talk down to people. So it's, you just stay consistently you. We're talking about authenticity. With all of this Pisces and Cancer emotional stuff, and the sun over there in Aries, sun over here in Aries, it's being about being authentic, man. It's like being the real you, presenting the real you. I want to bring the real me to this every day, and just talking to my friends about astrology. I love talking about astrology. So it's just like, that's what I want to do. I just want to talk about astrology with you. I don't want to dazzle it up or sparkle it or make it, sometimes there's really beautiful aspects, sometimes there's really hard aspects. Last weekend was hard. This weekend's going to be great. It's much easier to get into. The retrograde's over with this Venus moving into Pisces. It's like we can feel the love, not only just like rose-colored glasses, not even a tint, but just like truly, it's almost as like the cynical veil is taken off. Some astrologers say it's like, rose-colored glasses when you see Venus into Pisces. Personally, I think it's the veil taken off. It's like we're seeing people and things how they are. We see the potentials for things. These last two signs, Aquarius and Pisces over here for you guys. It's the completion. These are the last two. These are the last two that have experience. There's experience. We're not novice. We're not novice children like over here in Aries and Taurus and even Gemini. This is like novice over here. Not meaning that, again, we're not talking about personal signs. If you're a sun sign, it doesn't matter, but we're talking about, the level of experience in the world. The first signs are very personal. The last signs are completion. It's just like, we have all this knowledge, we have all this coming back around, have Venus coming back around, Mercury there, Neptune up there. So it's like, we have all this knowledge to really transform ourselves, transform our dreams, transform our daily lives, transform the idea of who we are as we represent ourselves to the world. Is this starting to make sense? So it's just like, okay, back to this, never talking up or never talking down. Again, the same with like how we dress and present ourselves. Are we trying to bring a level of dress code, or there's not? Now, I will say, Capricorn's all about up in the bar. All right. Sagittarius or Aquarius, upping the bar. These two signs are really about upping the bar. Pisces is a little bit more emotional, a little bit more, it kind of changes once we get there, but those two, and the moon's going to be there for the next, over the whole weekend. So it's like, we need to up the bar. You know, how can we use it as an example? Like, I don't know. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. Personally, there's politics. There's the struggles between, you know, the races. There's struggles between sexualities, identities. You know, there's all these things going on, and some of these, like, let's be honest, some of these things, it's like that's not my vision of where we're headed into the world. You know. It's just like in 1917, women were still being arrested for in front of the White House for trying to vote. That's mind-blowing to me. That's insanity. You know, it's absolutely insane. That's 102 years ago. It's like, that's not the world that I want to help create. You know, so it's like, those, I don't identify with these things, even though it's 102 years ago, but still we can put those into perspective of things that are happening nowadays. You know, it's just like, yes, I'm a feminist. Yes, absolutely believe in feminist rights. Absolutely. Black Lives Matter. It's not, you know, and then this other stuff. No. It's like, this is the point, you know. Stay focused on this one thing. Either way, these views, these old views, don't identify with the person that I am right now. I have a clear vision of the life that I am, of who I am, and the world that we're creating. Not necessarily where things are, but where we see the potential of things going. Okay? So there's the meat. That's where this all ties in. So Capricorn and Aquarius and Pisces, okay, we're future thinking. We're talking about, you know, there's so much energy in there right now. There's so many of these planets in there right now that's just like, we can't be hung up, you know, on certain aspects, because we really need to focus on the future, on the possibilities of what's coming. And then we see the doors start to really open up. You know, we really start to see things expand. And this is the year of expansion, right? Yes, it is. It is the greatest year of expansion and the greatest year to cultivate and create. This is an amazing time. It's an amazing day. So let's try to recap. There's a lot going on. The retrograde is over. Communication is coming back. The emails are going to be coming in. It's going to be easier to communicate, easier to you know, the trading of services, how our business stuff is going. I know a lot of people have kind of like, it, you know, it's brought a lot of clarity, but there's also been like kind of chugging and slowing a bit, you know. So we're ending this. Now we're going to be starting to move forward again. And it's not until later on in April when Sagittarius, or when Jupiter starts to move backwards in Sagittarius, when that starts to go retrograde. You know, so that's like later on in April. So we've got a couple more weeks here of forward momentum and recreating ourselves, right? And with this Venus making a sextile to Uranus, this is mega breakthroughs. With Pluto connected to the South Node right now, the Moon coming up there. Again, that's kind of tomorrow, but it's late at the night, so it's like, I had to sit here and debate, do I talk about it or not, you know, because it's like super late in the night that this happens. But it's like, dude, it's like, don't hold on to it. Let go. You know, we're like seventh chakra, crown chakra. It's like letting go, truly letting go and embracing this oneness. You know, I don't know. It's getting out there. Embracing our authenticity, our own authenticity. Who am I really? Am I not trying to impress? I'm not trying to talk down or talk up, making fun of, or serving my words on a plate to make it sound like I'm more fancy or established than I really am. No, just be real, keeping it real. And at the same time, raising the bar while keeping it real. Like I said, there's so much going on today. It was kind of raising the bar, man. You know, we don't have to identify with these old views. We don't have to identify with these old beliefs. We don't have to fight these fights, because there are so much other things and productive. Please understand what I'm saying here. There's productive progressions that can happen over here that will resolve these things, you know. So we have to maintain this path on raising the bar, moving forward, and transforming and letting go of these ideas of the past that governed us and held us back from becoming who we are and where we're going. That is it. Have an amazing, happy Thursday to you. If you are in the Metro Detroit area, I will be opening the heart chakra tonight at the Studio for Mindfulness in Royal Oak. 3 hours of meditation, all focused on the heart chakra. So it's going to be really beautiful. I hope to see you there. If not, we'll see you tomorrow.